Hello, my Siren Beauties. In today's video, we will be going over Rhinestones 101. If you are interested in learning about tools as well as information about rhinestones, please stay tuned. Now, just to kick things off, these are a few designs that I have done from a program that I bought from Scarlett Center. I will leave her information in the description box below. I still have 2 more to do, and these are just designs that she does in her workshop. So these are 5 of them. 2 of these have a lot of caviar, as you can see. This one right here is actually my favorite. I like the shapes, and I call this the necklace look. So this one's my favorite. But let's get into tools that you will need to create beautiful nail art like this. So the first thing we are going to go over are tools. Now, there are many different tools that can be used. I'm going to show you what I am currently working with right now and some other alternatives that you can use. So let's get started with the tweezers. The tweezers are sometimes used to pick up larger stones as well as to place them, especially if you are using V-cut stones or, like I said, just a larger stone. I recommend also having some type of brush. This is to apply your crystal gel on, or whatever gel you are using to adhere your stones with. Well, I'll show you a little bit later. This may be a 2-part video of how to use these tools because it actually helps with application and keeping everything very clean. Now, these 2 actually go together. I do know that you can actually get wax pencils, or like the crystal katana. I used to have one, and it's a 2-sided instrument. It's usually wood over here, and then one side has a wax head, and then the other side has a little bit of a pointer tool. For some reason I used to have them, and I personally didn't like them. And then one day I tried a wax pencil. So sometimes you can have them like this where they're white. And then sometimes I actually got this off of Amazon, and this is still my first one. And I have like 10 of these, and they were for a very cheap price. They're easy to sharpen because you can sharpen them literally with a pencil sharpener. And I just feel like these pick up a lot better for some reason. I don't know why. It's just easier for me personally to work with a wax pencil as opposed to the double-sided crystal katana. With that being said, I do need a separate tool to pick up some things sometimes, or like position them. So I have a separate, this is just like a little very mini dotting tool from any nail art set, like a lot of those 15-piece ones, nail art brushes. Those 15-piece sets usually have a tool that looks like this. So you can use that to position your crystals. On to glue. Now, when it comes to glue, there are various things you can use to adhere your crystals. You can use base coat, you can use rhinestone glues, you can use hard gels if you have them. Anything, even if it's a bigger stone, you could even possibly use polygel or acrylic. This is for your simple designs like this. I'm not gonna say simple, but for your average rhinestone designs, I am currently using a combination of these 3. If you have any recommendations of other glues that I should check out, please leave them in the comments down below. So we're going to start with Kiara Sky. This is their Bling It On gel, and this consistency I've noticed is a little runny. I would say this is like low viscosity, and it works very well if you just want to put on like 1 or 2 stones, a very simple rhinestone placement design. And this actually cures for 60 seconds. Usually most of them do. Next one I have, and probably the most popular amongst rhinestone glues, is actually the Macart rhinestone glue. This has come in a tube. This has come in like a little pot. And this one's actually a little bit thicker and adheres stones very well. I actually am currently doing a mixture when I do this. I dump out a little bit of this one as well as a little bit of this and mix it together, and I feel that it gives me the perfect consistency to work with. Sometimes I feel like this is too runny, and when I'm working with my stones, it'll move all over the place. Sometimes this one is a little too thick and it can drag. So when I mix them together, it gives me the perfect consistency. Last but not least, this is really old and faded out. This is a rhinestone glue from Glitz and Accessories. I believe they're a company in Florida. Now, the reason why that I got this one is because when you do rhinestones, right? Sometimes, let me just grab a nail for example. But seeing as the way that I placed, if I were to do this on a client or for press on nails, right? You it's okay. They have gone on pretty flat. But to ensure that none of these rhinestone edges actually get caught in your hair, and I don't know if you can see it, I can see a very little tiny gap right here. What you would do is actually, this glue has a nozzle and it has a little fine tip. And what you do is you would squeeze a little bit, or you could use even that glue combination and a fine little brush, and you would just go all around the rhinestones as to create a barrier so that everything is sealed in. So you just go all around. I'm not squeezing it because I don't want to do that to these. All around, all around, all around. This also cures for 60 seconds. And this is so that hair doesn't go in underneath the rhinestones and pull your hair out. When you're doing things, it creates a barrier so there is a very less chance that your stones will fall off. Now, if you have a very good gel, they won't fall off, but this is more so for the outer edge. So you do a very little trail, very small amounts, and it just seals everything in. Another tool you will need are these, and these are rhinestone trays. They can either look like this, and for these in particular, if you shake them, they help turn over crystals. So I actually really like these. They also come like this in triangular form. And this is just some random crystals I have in here. Now onto crystals. Now, depending upon where you are in your journey of crystal work, there are different levels. There are different brands. There's different quality of stones. I'm just going to start off with what I have personally in my collection, the highest quality of stone. The only reason why I'm showing is because, let's say you have been working with crystals and you do want more expensive crystals, or let's say you're need an alternate to the Swarovski crystals, because I do believe they are not selling nail crystals like that anymore to the public. You have to be a licensed nail technician. This is another option. Understand that this is an investment. It's expensive, hence why I only have this many right now. I have not bought any in quite some time. Allow me to present to you. These are from Blue Streak Crystal, excuse me. And these are the Preciosas. So these I found as an alternate to Swarovskis. And I have a little mini collection that is just, let me show you a couple. They sparkle really nicely. And that's how you can also tell of its quality, is by the way it sparkles. Again, by no means am I telling you to go out straight out the gate and get Preciosa crystals. We are not doing that. This is when, again, we are at holiday time. So maybe for the holidays, get somebody to get you some Preciosa crystals. I would not recommend that you use Preciosa crystals as your practice crystals or when you are just starting. I would not recommend these. These are for when you are a little bit further in your journey and or special occasions. I do want to show you, you can also get the book with all the different colors. So I still have this on hand. And in the back, let me zoom you in a little bit more. They show you the different sizes. Now this is a SS2, which is very, very tiny. The tiniest that I work with now is an SS4. I love working with SS4s. I work anywhere between a SS4 to, I want to say, a SS16, SS20. So between 4 and 20, and they go into increments, sometimes in 2s, sometimes by 1. Depends upon your brand. So you see, like, there's like a SS4, then this one's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, and 20. I have seen size 14s. I have seen other in-between sizes. So it really depends upon the brand that you are working with. So when I first started working with gems and crystals, I was getting a lot of them from Amazon, which is a good place to start. I will leave the link to the ones that I was using in the very beginning also on my channel. It's probably in the description box below as well there. Recently though, I wanted to expand my colors, as well as I noticed all the Amazon packs and gemstones that I had. I ran out of the little crystals like your SS4s or SS6s rather quickly, and I wanted to find an alternative. And then I did a bit of research, and I haven't ordered from them in a while, but I found a new love for AliExpress. So honestly, if you are starting out practicing, working on, these are actually very affordable. Ooh, I shook it. So this is my little collection so far. And I believe I bought most of these. So I did a little tester. So I always try to test out, and as I think you should as well when you're testing out rhinestones, the clears as well as the ABs. Don't really get into the colors. Don't worry about that just yet. Always start off with your clear and your AB. In any circles, shapes, clear, AB, and you'll see later on that I also did that as well. So I remember I did try these two out first to see how I liked it. And then I believe the rest of these all together was about $50. So it is relatively affordable. As far as shipping, it does ship from China. I always look for the links, and I'll try to find the link to put in the description box. I order it from the website. So not from the website, I order it through the app. So I just search it and do that. I'll see if I can possibly even at least put the storefront in at least, and what to look for. The reason why I love these so much, I believe these are SS4 to a SS20, and that's the perfect size for me. I want to start getting into a little bit more intricate designs, so you need the smaller crystals, and I just like the way these look, the colors. They perform well. I have them all on my nails right now. This is completely, this color right here, light cyan. This is a bit of garnet, a bit of, I believe this is called moonstone. I forgot what this one was called. And then I have a charm in the middle, which we will talk about in a minute. So yeah, if you are looking to start, and I'm going to put this out probably along the weekend of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I would look into AliExpress crystals. That is also where I got shapes as well, which is my new venture That takes time. I would say this will be a lot easier to collect, acquire than the shapes, and we'll get to those in a minute. Really quick, I wanted to show you what else you could get on AliExpress. I have some of these pearl flat back rhinestones here, as well as they call these pearls. I believe these are used for art, but I know I could use the smaller sizes on nails, so I have an idea with some of these, especially these ombres that I wanted to create. So again, relatively inexpensive, and you can use them on nails. Quick discussion, let us talk about actual charms. Most of these charms, except for, I know, a set of these, and these three are all from Amazon, and they're not bad. The rest of them are from Shein, and it was just any time in the past when I was doing nail hauls and I saw something that I liked, I would grab it. I would tell you, and this goes for anything, and I'll repeat this in a couple of other videos, I've said this in the past, if you are buying nail supplies for a particular season, so let's say for now, my suggestion, we are in November, December, don't necessarily buy Christmas things. You should have honestly bought those in the summertime. Buy things for Valentine's Day. So if you see lips, or if you need lots of red, pink, and other girly colors for Valentine's Day nails, get those now. Bows, cutesy things like that. Even I would say all the way into St. Patrick's Day. If you do St. Patrick's Day nails and you need green, get those supplies now, and that's kind of how you build it. I know everybody wants like the new and latest thing, but sometimes they end up going on sale, and if you just wait, you'll end up getting it. And two, it's just cheaper. It's the same thing with fashion. You buy summer fashion in the winter and winter fashion in the summer. It's the weirdest thing, but it works. So most of these are from Shein. You can go on AliExpress. I have been searching, and I have some in a cart, but I haven't pulled the trigger and bought them yet. So when I do, last but not least, we're going to do a quick overview of shapes. Now, like I said in my previous clip, and as you saw, some of that footage was previously recorded because I did want to do this earlier. These are more expensive. These are also from AliExpress. These are also glass rhinestones, but because they are shapes, they cost more, and also a lot of times they come in about 2 different sizes. I have a haul for a lot of these on my TikTok page, so please follow my TikTok. I'll probably leave the link down in the description below, but be sure to follow it because I may put hauls over there. I have been putting hauls over there. I have been on TikTok for a little bit with my nails. So I started collecting these about in October, so I have some skulls here, but as I've said, and especially when it came to shapes, when I started collecting these and acquiring them, I was November, December, so I was going for like Christmas. And again, you always start off with the clears and ABs. I believe the first ones I got were these skulls, and then these are the diamond heads and a couple of arrows. That's the arrow. In another video, if you want me to, we can go over specific shapes. And again, these come in 2 different sizes, so this is a bigger one as opposed to, I should have just used my little picker-upper for this little one. So getting the little size plus the big size for all of the different shapes and multiple colors, it takes a bit of time. So this one is also one of those ones where I take my own advice and we go according to what colors we need at what time. But I also love having predominantly AB and clear form, because what you can do is you can use these as a focal point for your design, and that will be part 2 of this video, of this kind of series, is building out designs and how you want to do it. And then I would just use one of these as a center and then regular rhinestones around it to fill out the design. Here I'm just showing you a little bit more of the gems that I have acquired. This is the newest one, like these dark gold nivettes, I believe they're called. So I am starting to go into blues and purples and yellows, because you know the summertime is going to come up, so maybe I will use those. But again, this is a slow process. Please do not feel like you have to rush in getting certain products just to be on trend with everyone. That is not it. So yeah. So that is the end of part 1. I feel like this was a good starting point to get you started with rhinestones and embellishments. There are other embellishments that we can go into if you would like me to do a part 2 to this. Also, I plan on doing another video of kind of helping you to build out different nail designs quickly and easily. So until next time, my Siren Beauties, bye!